All right, everybody. The goal is to do this in 5 minutes or less. So they start off in the day. They're going to be doing warm up. Why do people move? It's a short video, about a minute and a half, and they're going to answer that, and that'll lead them into the reasons for exponential exploration. So let me go back. I was running through this earlier, and so boom. All right, cool. So we go through this. We talk about at the end. This is what you need to know. This is why people move. Again, talking about Spain reasons. I'll have introduce ESPN. Um, Maybe I might use one of ESPN's funniest commercials just to kind of get them laughing, and then I tell them kind of what the ESPN means. All right, now going into monarch priorities. So we talk about basically, what's important to the monarchs, which deals with this, but we'll come back to it more specifically. Beginning to understand land, gold, spreading Christianity, and essentially having more power, right? So because those are priorities to the monarch, to the king, then that now comes to their first part of their activity, which you guys can see. This will basically give them the answers to this. So I'll spend probably the most time on this so they can get, word for word, what they need to get from the resources that were important, the resources in the culture that was important to the monarch, and then the problems with that are associated with trying to get these resources and spread this culture. All right. So they fill that out. Cool. Now they go in, they have a partner, and they do basically, okay, so why would somebody want to solve this problem for the monarch? And so then we kind of focus on in 2021 here, what do people now do nowadays? So they work with a partner and they kind of figure out, what's the economic, social, and political reasons for people wanting to be famous and have status nowadays. What's something they do, TikTok, whatever, get them to share out. All right. Once they share it out with their partner and they're doing that, then we're going to say, okay, well, now let's take it back to history. What did they do back then to become famous? And so we talked about how, well, now they do things, they're looking for gold, glory, and God. And again, really pointing back to the ESP. And so now I'm going to fill in. So these three answers, I'm going to fill in here. So I'm going to let them write out the explanations for each one. All right. So now they have the three reasons for why Spain came. Now, so again, hopefully this is leading them to understand that the reason for why Spain is looking to expand or to explore is to solve these problems that the monarch had, right? So now you go through here, and this is now going to introduce the next part, which is talking about, well, who we're going to fix these problems for the monarch, and we have the conquistador and we have the friar, and so then they talk about the problem, what the problems were, to kind of rehash that, and because of these problems, this led to the exploration, and so now here you have your conquistadors and you have your friars, and they're going to explain how each of them were going to solve this problem. That you're going to carry this problem part from the front to these are going to go, these should go here, and then get them to see that was a reason for why these people were going to go out and look. So that leads them to the conquistadors, and there we have a list of our conquistadors. And then again, all this does is kind of walk them through the whole conquistador friar thing. Once they've done that, and I've got them here in a minute, we're going to wrap up. So they're going to use their notes from inside Schoology, and the Schoology notes are going to give them each one of the people, right? So they go in, bam, learn about each one, get the information they need for this. Now that they filled this out, then and they'll have the rest of the day to fill this out. All right, so this will probably be Friday. My advanced classes or people, eventually at some point at homework, they're going to have the matching game, and so the matching game is going to look like this. Um, and essentially, all it is it's inside of Schoology. They're going to take a screenshot of it, which I teach them to do. I have a video that shows them a screenshot how to do how to do a screenshot. But essentially, they play the game, and the game is going to teach them, okay, that's social, boom, that's a match. And so every time that you do it, every time you score, you get a score, and essentially going to take a screenshot of. Let's see if I can get one more. Pineda, no map. Where's Pineda map in the map? Map. All right, so there it is. All right, cool. So the idea is, boom, they have Pineda and they have the map. So Long story short, the idea is that's about 5 minutes. The idea is that this score then will be when they finish, it'll give them a grade, and that's the grade that I give them in the grade book for this assignment. So that's that. Try doing 5 minutes or less.